Welcome and good morning. Thank you so much for joining me for this pre-recorded live. I am happy to have you and looking forward to seeing you live again next week. I am Georgia Davis, your host, coming to you live from scenic, beautiful northern Utah, where we actually got just a little sprinkling of snow already this week. Who knows what the rest of the spring has to offer for us, but I am so grateful that we are getting rain and snow. And part of the reason why I wanted to bring this into our live session today is because I wanted to remind you of grace. The title of our live today is Offer Grace to Yourself and Others. And this is so important. And how this ties into the rain and receiving the moisture is that sometimes all we do is beat down on ourselves with heavy heat, making us feel depleted. But when we offer grace to ourselves, it's like that freshness that comes from a spring rain shower, or after a long, hot summer, you get a rain shower out of nowhere, and it just feels so rejuvenating. So as you're thinking about the seasons and you're thinking about having grace for yourself, remember that grace as kind of rain being a symbol of grace after a long, dry, hot season. There are 3 points that I wanted to cover today as part of talking about this. And these are just 3 points. There are so many others that could be made about having grace for yourself and being willing to allow yourself to make mistakes. Before we get too much into this, I just want to share this example with you of my Kali practice. Now, I've been learning something called 64 attacks, and there are 8 different sections of the 64 attacks, and the last 3 sections are ones that I'm not familiar with, while the other ones are ones that I've already done in live trainings previously. Here's the thing that I noticed a couple of days ago when I practiced out in nature. I noticed that I was missing parts of these sections that I already knew. And I almost felt embarrassed. Well, not almost, I did. I felt embarrassed. I immediately started judging myself on a complex form that I'm only really learning off of a YouTube video. Even though I've done sections of this form before, I was sitting there judging myself because I wasn't doing it correctly and because I forgot something out of all of these movements that I'm making, and just sat there in judgment of myself for a moment. Judgment that wasn't necessary. And I just sat there and thought about it, and then I was like, wait a minute. I just barely learned this. And the point is to get better, to recognize what is wrong and what I'm missing and what I'm not doing correctly, and recognize what is working. Because you can't do something perfect until you really know how to do it. So the 3 points that I wanted to emphasize today is 1, we judge ourselves more harshly than anyone else ever will. 2, focus on progress, not perfection. If you watch my Get Focused series that comes out every morning, then you'll know that this is one of the things that's in there. You have to just start. You have to start before you feel comfortable. And 3, talk to yourself like someone you actually care about. Now, a couple days ago, I wouldn't have criticized, somebody else for forgetting a part of the 64 attacks forms. I would have been like, hey, don't worry about it. Just do it better. Just do it right next time. It's okay. Just keep practicing. I would have never talked to somebody else the way that I had talked to myself, even if it was just for, 60 to 90 seconds like I was. All right, so let's start with the first one. We judge ourselves more harshly than anyone else ever will. So here's something to remember. Most people aren't really analyzing you the way that you think they are. They're probably analyzing and thinking about and being worried about themselves. That inner critic, that's really just usually louder than what other people are actually thinking or looking at. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to do something right the first time. There's nothing wrong with wanting to achieve perfection. That's actually good and healthy because it's a motivator to help you move forward and do something with efficiency and do it the right way. But instead, we often criticize ourselves in the learning process. We don't even give ourselves the chance to make mistakes before we're criticizing and talking badly about ourselves. That's not productive. It doesn't help us grow. So, actually, we're going to talk about that point at the very end. 2, focus on your progress over perfection. Embrace that you're going to make mistakes. Embrace everything that's amazing about you, while also embracing the things that are not, your mistakes and your flaws. You are beautifully created in a way that allows you to flourish in you. Unique ways that nobody else has. Now, there may be similarities between you and somebody else, but again, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the things that are so uniquely you. What are those things? Somebody else may see them as a flaw when they're really a strength. They're giving you the power that you need to be you. Perfection is going to keep you stuck. It's going to stop you from progressing, and you're never going to try that thing that may bring you endless joy and happiness because you want it to be perfect first. Progress, even slow progress, is going to move your life forward. Those small baby steps count. Speaking of baby steps, let's talk about those for just a moment. Would you criticize a baby for not being able to walk and keep up with you in a marathon? Of course not. And that's kind of ridiculous, right? Why would we expect a baby to run a marathon? Okay, so if that one's obvious, would you criticize a baby for not being able to run as a baby runs once they learn to walk, when they're just barely learning how to crawl? Would you criticize a baby for crawling instead of running? No, of course not. That sounds so silly, right? Okay, here's the next one. Would you criticize a baby for holding on to your finger, holding on to the couch, a chair, anything to help them be able to stand and get their feet underneath them, building the muscles in their legs, building their coordination to learn how to take one tiny step after another? And if you've ever watched a baby learn how to walk, sometimes their steps are simply picking up their feet and putting their foot back down exactly where they pick their foot up. They're pumping their legs. They're learning to walk. Sometimes they don't even take any steps at all. And yet there they are, learning to walk, building the strength that they have. Would you criticize a baby for doing that? Of course not. So then why would you criticize yourself for not being able to run a marathon when you haven't even learned and built up the strength to be able to do the things that you need to do to be successful? And yet we criticize ourselves for not being perfect the first time, the 10th time, the 12th time, the 100th time. Do you criticize a baby after they've taken 300 steps for not being able to run yet? No, of course not. Have grace for yourself in the learning process and embrace those mistakes. Those mistakes may teach you more about your progress than simply doing it right the first time. And number 3, this is probably one of the most important. Talk to yourself like someone you actually care about. Talk to yourself like you would talk to your absolute best friend. If you wouldn't say it to a friend, why would you say it to yourself? Why would you think mean or unkind judgmental thoughts about your progress and your growth when you're still learning? You may be in 5 years and only have taken 300 steps. Give yourself the grace that you need. Why would you say something to yourself that would hold you back or put up a wall or put up a barrier, expecting perfection over you making the progress? Give yourself permission to grow without beating yourself up all the time. Let the sun be covered by the clouds for a minute. Let the rain fall. Be nourished and strengthened in the skills that you are building and creating for yourself. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's go ahead and take 3 breaths, embracing your grace, embracing grace and self-love. I love that. Let's do that for our breath work today. So breathe in 4 count, hold for 4 count, and exhale for 6. All right, go ahead and take just a couple regular breaths. Okay, we're going to take 3 breaths. 4 count in, 4 count hold, 6 count exhale, focusing on grace and self-love. Ready? Here we go. 2, 1, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take a natural breath. And inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you so much for joining me today. Next time, we are going to be talking about how do your habits affect you, really about how does what you're doing, eating, thinking, etc., make you feel. I would also love to help provide some additional one-on-one guidance for you as you move through these different topics that we address Tuesdays, 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can set up a Clarity in You session. This is a 60 to 90 minute session where we're going to talk about what's holding you back, what you need to break through, and set up a 90-day plan for you. And then if you would like some additional support after that, let's get started with a mini session of 4 different one-on-one sessions up to an hour. And we're going to really dig deeper into what we talk about in your Clarity in You session, what's holding you back, establishing those goals, really identifying and refining your 90-day plan, and moving forward with action. I will see you next Tuesday, 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, right here with How Does Your Habits Affect You? See you then.